Rich Lowe, Pilot Legacy, on site at the Stanton, Lockhart, Texas, with our January 2024 investor update. It's a beautiful day here in Lockhart, almost spring-like. We hope you all had a great New Year's celebration and are ready to roll into what will no doubt be an exciting 2024, both here at the Stanton and across the commercial real estate landscape as a whole. Despite a tremendous amount of rain throughout January, framing crews have continued to make great progress here at the Stanton. Buildings 7 and 8 are framed up through the third floor, and roofing trusses are going in place on the south side of Building 7. By the end of the week, we anticipate that all of Building 7 and 8 will have their roofing trusses in place. Here you can see that the decking for the third floor is complete for Building 9, with the third floor framing to commence later this week. Additionally, the decking for the third floor of Building 10 is going in as we speak. And I'm happy to report that we finally got the second part of Pad 11 poured, with stress testing and cable tightening taking place during this week. In the interim, framing crews have begun popping the chalk lines in anticipation for the framing of Building 11, which should also commence in the next 2 weeks once all the testing for Slab 11 is complete. As you know, these developments are not always rainbows and unicorns. From the measure twice, cut once department, you can see just how important it is that the plumbing is precisely placed before the foundation is poured. As you all well know, the plumbing is fixed in the foundation before the chalk lines are popped for framing, thereby showing the framing crews exactly where to place the sill plates for the wall frames. Ideally, the plumbing is positioned perfectly, just as you see here. Such precise work allows for things to flow nicely within the wall. But every now and again, you get one of these. Missed it by that much. I was actually a little surprised to learn that this is a fairly common occurrence in the construction world. When this happens, the foundation gets opened up and adjustments are made to bring the plumbing back to its desired location. That is, within the footprint of the sill plate and consequently within the wall. But we'll get her fixed and get things aligned how they're supposed to be. I'm happy to report that we finally got the electrical conduit issues fully remedied around the perimeter of the Stanton. Southeast Power, a Bluebonnet electric contractor, is on site today to erect the new electrical poles and power lines around the northern perimeter of the property. Looking beyond the power line work, you can see the application of bentonite clay in the detention pond was wholly effective, and Lake Lockhart is now holding water and well on its way to becoming an exquisite water feature for the community at large. And here you can see how it's already being enjoyed by someone in the neighborhood. Taking a look at the time lapse, you can see the decking going in for the second floor of Building 9, followed by third floor framing. Lots of rain, and then finally the decking for the third floor. There was so much rain during the month, I had to edit out some of the time-lapse frames because they looked like the view out your windshield when you drive through a car wash. They were totally blurry. Well, since last month's update, there have been no additional change orders, so our contract amount remains at $23,051,622. To date, $8,603,352 has been drawn, with January's requisition totaling $1,489,972. As of today, January 30th, 2024, we are 49% of the way through our scheduled Phase 2 timeline. Jenna reports the occupancy of Stanton Phase 1 is down somewhat from December, but still strong at 96%. With spring right around the corner, we're anticipating an uptake in new resident requests, as well as great progress around the Stanton Phase 2 development. But every now and again, you get some type of thing like this. Stress testing and cable tightening taking place during this week. Resident requests and